Well, now it is my pleasure to introduce Alabama Community College System Chancellor, Mr. Jimmy Baker. Mr. Baker is a native of Coffee County. He attended high school in New Brockton, go Gamecocks, and he later earned a BS in Business Administration from Troy University, and he has a graduate degree in Economics and Education Administration and an Education Specialist degree from Auburn University, where he was also certified in school administration. Mr. Baker also served for 6 years in the U.S. Army Reserve, so thank you for your service as well. He has taught history and social studies at the high school level, coached football and basketball, been superintendent of education for the Daleville City and the Coffee County Boards of Education. In 1979, he was appointed to serve as Alabama's State Superintendent of Education for Finance, and he served in that role for 4 years. Mr. Baker also managed the gubernatorial campaign for Governor Fob James, and he was appointed as State Finance Director. After joining the Alabama Community College System, first serving as Governmental Affairs Consultant, he was appointed Chief of Staff in 2016. Mr. Baker was appointed as Acting Chancellor in March of 2017, and then he was named Chancellor of the Alabama Community College System. He's married to Joy, a retired teacher, and they are the parents of 2 daughters and the proud grandparents to 4 grandchildren. Please help me welcome Chancellor Jimmy Baker.
I don't know how to compete. You all know I'm not very techy. I can speak into a mic, but I didn't ever have a course in media and methods. And so all I know to do is just kind of talk from my heart and tell you what I'm interested in. Bradley Burns said this earlier, and he was accurate. There's nowhere you could go and have the opportunity to talk to as many people at one time, people who are going to, already have, and continue to make a difference in the lives of people. And I feel strongly about that. And I've been super blessed to have the opportunity toward the end of a career to work in the environment that is afforded me and you in the community college system. And don't get too comfortable because I'm not going to keep you too long. But I want you to think about some things. Marco Rubio, Senator, latest book, if you haven't seen it or read it, you need to. Decades of mismanagement is what it's about. How did we in this country get into the position we are? The country that is the best country in the world, the country that has afforded more opportunities for people to improve themselves and grow and enjoy life. How did we get into the situation that we're in? It's almost like the economy kind of looks upon everyone as a customer. What can we sell you? What can you do for us? How can you make our profit a little better? We're not just customers, we're people. And as you begin to think about it, consider, and I want this to be a theme over the next several years. And I know sometimes you wonder, how does this make sense for us to be doing this? But folks, there's maybe some madness in the process, but there's a plan. Absolutely, the community college is the best vehicle to bring about significant change in the lives of everyone we touch. But we have to be careful how we do that. You know, somewhere over hidden in, I think it was Paul's letter to the church at Corinth, there's a verse that goes something like this. Now, I'm not quoting, but it's close. The Lord would that ye do not evil, not that you should appear approved, but that you do that which is just to your fellow man. We can reduce our activities, reduce ourselves to working with individuals and small groups and communities. But in doing so, we have to be careful how we proceed to do that, because it's not just because we can be rewarded because of what they did or what the people we're working with did. The reward should be, it's rewarding to them. It will end up being rewarded to all of us if we make the contribution that we should be making. I want the commitment of everyone in the system, because we have a world of great people in this system. We can move mountains. We can make things happen. We can change things. I didn't write a speech, and I'll apologize. But let me give you a reading assignment. Go look up Kipling. If you can talk with men and keep your virtue, and walk with kings nor lose the common touch, if neither foe nor loving friend can hurt you, and all men count with you but none too much, if you can fill the unforgiven minutes with 60 seconds worth of distance run, the world is yours, and in all that is in it. And what more? You'll be a man, my son. My father made me learn that a long, long time ago. Read that and think about, how can I do what I can best do with the group of people that we live with and work with every day? How can we help this environment be more responsive to the needs of the people? And if you do that, you'll travel the road less traveled by. I believe that was Frost. And I think that's interesting. But it won't happen overnight. Ayn Rand, or Ayn Rand, whichever you prefer, in her book, Atlas Shrugs, said the creative process is a slow, collective, anonymous one where each man collaborates with the other but yields themselves to the will of the majority. That's the formula for success. And we are chasing success because this state will never be better if we don't pursue success with every individual that we can touch. We are in a serious business. It really, really matters. It matters what we do. It matters every day in the communities that we live in and work in, that we do the things that are best for that community. and the best for those individuals that are parts of that community. I want you to think about it. I want you to know that I honestly believe this, and I don't just think it's foolish thinking. I believe I know this. I've been told this by people who are not in our system, that the community college is in the best shape to move forward and help change things in this state, whether it be the labor force or whether it be just the ability of an individual to feel better about themselves. That's a matter. That matters. That really matters. And as we go forward and we till the soil and we plant the seed and we harvest, you'll be rewarded. You'll feel good about what you do. And this state will be a better state. I think you've had a good conference. There's been a lot of good things said. I've enjoyed meeting a lot of people I don't ever get a chance to see. But I want you to know, we care. And I want you to care. And I want you to keep in mind, we start with the individuals. Now, it's not always easy. I'll tell you a story. I think I've told it before, but I'll tell it again. I grew up a kid 5 miles from town. I was blessed. My dad was a good provider. Great mom. Good siblings. I grew up hunting and fishing in the river and doing those kinds of things. I would go coon hunting. Old gentleman who lives up the road lost a leg in the big war. He had a peg leg, a wooden peg leg, but he loved to go coon hunting. A group of us guys would go with him. And it was cold weather. And one evening, we'd waited for the dogs to tree. We built a fire. Now, Mr. Joe, he usually was a little warmer than the rest of us because he carried something along in his pocket to help out a little bit. And that particular evening, he went to sleep, and his peg leg was too close to the fire. Charred the end of his peg leg. All of a sudden, the dogs began to bay. He jumped up and ran off across the field, but he turned around and hollered, "Boys, be careful, come this way, but there's a hell of a hole every other step." As we pursue the mission of doing what we can to build a better community, we're going to have problems. We're going to have occasions where it's not so pleasant. But the end results will be something we all can feel good about. We all will feel better, and we'll be better citizens because of it. And we'll live in this great state of Alabama. I appreciate your time. I'm through.
We have a little something to present Chancellor Baker, and as I'm doing this, if I could invite the members of the ACCA Executive Committee who will participate in the business part of our session, if you'd step up. Chancellor Baker, we thank you for everything you have done to support this conference. Chancellor Baker and I talked in January, and he really talked with me about his vision, and he said, "I'll help you get Ryan Hawk." And he is a man of his word. He brought Ryan Hawk, and while he already has Ryan's books, we wanted you to leave with a Rick Bragg book. So this is something from the committee to you, and thank you so much. hope that each of you has enjoyed this year's conference, and I thank you for attending and supporting the Alabama Community College Association, and I'd like to introduce our platform guests as they are approaching. Mr. Ben Jordan is immediate past president and vice president of Financial and Administrative Services at Southern Union State Community College. Ms. Annette Funderburg is first vice president and president-elect, and she serves as the president of Ingram State Technical College. Dr. Chris Franklin is an ACCA executive assistant and our parliamentarian. He is director of enrollment management at Southern Union State Community College. Ms. Amelia Fox is treasurer of ACCA and dean of administration at Ingram State Technical College. Ms. Jessica McMeekin is ACCA secretary and assistant to the vice president at Wallace Community College, Dothan. Please help me welcome our platform guests. So I now call this 2023 ACCA business meeting to order. A copy of the minutes of the 2022 business meeting were posted to the website for your review. Are there any corrections to the minutes? Hearing none, the minutes are approved as posted. I will now ask Ms. Fox to deliver the treasurer's report.
As of August 31st, 2023, ACCA had net assets of $18,182.54. A copy of the treasurer's report was posted to the website for your review. Are there any questions? Hearing none, the financial report is filed for audit.
Thank you, Amelia. There is no unfinished business, so we will move to new business. I will ask Dr. Chris Franklin to present the results of the ACCA election for second vice president held in October, and the results of our special election for commission chairs, and the election results for the vice chairs, chairs-elect that took place yesterday. Dr. Franklin?
Thank you. The election results for second vice president were held in October. Our two candidates were Dr. Brian Gordon from Jefferson State and Olivier Charles from Bishop State. The person who was elected for second vice president is Olivier Charles. Would you like to stand? If you will remember last year, we had a change in the bylaws in which we changed the way that we elect our chairs and our vice chairs for our commissions. We now have elections for vice chairs, chair-elect. That is a 2-year term in which the chair-elect becomes the chair the following year. The change to the bylaws were made, however, after we had our elections last conference. That necessitated a special election yesterday for a 1-year term for our chairs for our commissions. And I have the results of both our chairs and our vice chairs for each commission. As I call your name, please stand. Chair for the Administration Commission is Carolyn Henderson of Drake State Community and Technical College. Vice Chair, Chair-elect for Administration is Tammy Briggs, Wallace Community College, Selma. Faculty Chair, Holly Thomas, Wallace Community College, Selma. Vice Chair, Chair-elect for Faculty, David McKinney, Jefferson State Community College. The Chair for Students Commission, Dr. Nicole Bell, Drake State Community College, Community and Technical College. Vice Chair, Chair-elect for Students, Teresa Mays, Trentham State Community College. Chair for Support, Venetia Lowe, Bishop State Community College. Vice Chair, Chair-elect, Dr. Stephen Onakwali, Bishop State Community College. Workforce Development Chair, Akiram Spears, Bishop State Community College. And Vice Chair, Chair-elect for Workforce Development, Alan Smith, Gadsden State Community College. Thank you.
Thank you, Dr. Franklin. Please join me in congratulating these individuals one more time. Before I turn the gavel over to President Funderburk, I would like to say a very hearty and heartfelt thank you for allowing me to serve as your ACCA president this year. It has been an honor and a pleasure to work with the great team of individuals from across the system who make up this executive committee. They do an amazing job planning this conference every year. I say thank you to each and every community member for your friendship, your patience, your advice, and most importantly, the work you did this year. Please join me in congratulating them as well. I would also like to take a moment to mention the support I've had from my colleagues at Wallace Community College, Dothan. I have an incredible work family, and I am so very grateful for their support. Like them and like each of you, I believe that what we do every day makes a difference, and it impacts our communities. I know that I am going to leave this conference ready to polish some diamonds. I would also personally like to thank my president, Dr. Linda Young, for allowing me to serve as ACCA president. She has been incredibly supportive, has been a sounding board and a cheerleader, and she is truly a diamond for our system. Thank you, Dr. Young. Every member of the ACCA Executive Committee has my sincere thanks and highest admiration for a job well done. But I worked most closely with Jessica McMeekin, so I would especially like to thank her, our ACCA secretary. Great job. Now, Annette, it is time to officially pass the duties to your new ACCA president for 2024, Annette Funderburk, and I would like to ask all the past ACCA presidents to stand at this time. Congratulations.
Thank you so much. It's such an honor to have this new and impressive endeavor. It's big shoes to fill, Ashley, and I appreciate you for your mentorship for what you've done for this year. Also for the executive committee. What a great executive committee we have. Look forward to working with all of the past presidents and with our second and first vice presidents coming forward, Dr. Griffin and President Charles at Bishop. I'm sorry. This time, I would like to recognize Ashley for being the past president, and I would like to give you this and welcome Ben to come and pin Ashley, Dr. Wilkins, as the past president. The committee has also made a donation to the foundation at Wallace Dothan in your name. So thank you for your service and all that you've done this year. A lot of work goes into this, being president, first vice president and second vice president, and all of our committee, and we couldn't do it without the hard work. Also, without the presidents that allow all of our committee members to serve. So we appreciate all of you. We appreciate all of you coming and being a part of this conference. I hope it has been all that you had hoped it would be. This does conclude our conference. And don't forget to pick up any door prizes that you may have. We hope to see you at next year's conference. Happy holidays and safe travels. Thank you.